Hello, and welcome to another episode of Sustainability Unveiled, where we dive into the critical environmental challenges shaping our world today. I'm EcoVoice, your guide through this discussion. As the 2024 Atlantic hurricane season unfolds, it's becoming clear that this year could be one of the most active and intense in recent memory. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, or NOAA, recently issued a stark update predicting above-normal hurricane activity. NOAA's mid-season update paints a picture of an exceptionally active hurricane season. Their forecast calls for 17 to 24 named storms, 8 to 13 hurricanes, and 4 to 7 major hurricanes, with winds over 111 miles per hour. These projections are driven by several factors. Warmer than average sea surface temperatures. The unusually warm waters of the tropical Atlantic and Caribbean are providing the energy needed for stronger and more frequent storms. La Niña potential. A developing La Niña could further reduce wind shear in the Atlantic, creating a more favorable environment for hurricanes to form. Weaker tropical Atlantic trade winds and an enhanced West African monsoon. These conditions are helping to fuel the development and intensification of tropical storms. Given these factors, the forecast doesn't just predict more storms, but also stronger and potentially more destructive ones. We've already seen significant activity early in the season. 1. Tropical storm. Alberto kicked things off on June 17th, dropping nearly a foot of rain across Texas and New Mexico, causing severe flooding. 2. Hurricane Beryl, which formed on July 1st, became the earliest Category 5 hurricane in the Atlantic Basin. 2. Beryl caused catastrophic damage across Caribbean islands and parts of the southern U.S., leading to significant loss of life and property damage. These early storms serve as a warning of what's to come and highlight the urgent need for preparedness as we move deeper into the hurricane season. Looking back, the 2005 and 2020 hurricane seasons stand out as benchmarks for extreme activity. The 2005 hurricane season was one of the most active and devastating on record, with 28 named storms, 15 hurricanes, and 7 major hurricanes. It was marked by Hurricane Katrina, which caused massive destruction in New Orleans, highlighting the vulnerabilities of our coastal communities. The 2020 hurricane season set a new benchmark with 30 named storms, pushing the limits of storm naming conventions and taxing emergency response systems already strained by the COVID-19 pandemic. Hurricanes Laura and Iota were particularly devastating, with Iota making landfall as a Category 5 hurricane in Nicaragua just days after Hurricane Eta. These seasons aren't just statistics. They reflect the growing challenge of managing more frequent and intense storms, driven in part by climate change. So why are we seeing this uptick in hurricane activity? Climate change plays a significant role. Rising global temperatures mean warmer oceans, which fuel hurricane formation and intensification. We're seeing not just more storms, but stronger ones, with higher wind speeds and greater rainfall. Additionally, sea level rise is making storm surges and coastal flooding even more severe. There's also a shift in where hurricanes are hitting. Traditionally, the southeastern U.S. and the Caribbean bore the brunt of these storms, but we're now seeing increased activity farther north, even impacting areas like the northeastern U.S. and parts of Europe, regions that historically haven't been as prepared for these types of events. Forecasting has come a long way in the past 20 years, but new challenges have emerged. Hurricanes are moving more slowly over land, increasing the duration of heavy rainfall and flooding. Rapid intensification, where a storm's wind speeds jump dramatically in a short time, makes it hard for communities to respond in time. And as these storms impact areas farther from the equator, emergency response resources are being stretched thin. As we face the rest of the 2024 hurricane season, it's clear we're at a critical point in a long-term trend of increasing hurricane intensity and frequency. The impacts of climate change are undeniable, and the urgency to adapt and mitigate these effects has never been more pressing. So what do you think? Are we prepared enough to handle another record-breaking season? How can communities better brace themselves for these growing threats? And what steps can we take to address the root causes of climate change that are fueling these storms? Share your thoughts with us on social media, and let's keep this conversation going. Until next time, stay safe, stay informed, and stay resilient. Thanks for tuning in to Sustainability Unveiled. I'm EcoVoice, and we'll catch you in the next episode.